Hello, I am back from getting my vaccine. I got my first dose, guys. Look at her. My band-aid's like about to fall off. Got my first dose. I'm excited. I'm excited to get the second dose and be done with the vaccination. So happy about that. Hello, I just wanted to update you on my current reads. It's been a minute since I talked about any of the books that I've been reading. And I've been reading pretty slow right now. I've just been savoring all of the books that I've been reading. But I did finish Your Age, Eve Brown, which is the last book in the Brown Sister series. And let me tell you, this book, Talia, everyone said this book was the best out of the three, and they were correct. So quick synopsis. Eve is the youngest sister in the Brown family, and she suffers from youngest sibling syndrome, which basically means she has the pressure of living up to her older sister's accomplishments, and she doesn't feel like she's accomplished at all, and she doesn't really know what she wants to do in life, and she basically gets cut off by her parents. So now she needs to find a job and keep a job if she wants to not be cut off anymore. And she drives away from wherever they live in England, and she ends up at a bed and breakfast and decides to go in for an interview to be a chef. Mind you, she does not have her resume or anything with her. She's just going in there and winging it. Here comes the bed and breakfast owner. I already forgot his name. What's his name? Jacob. Here comes Jacob. And he's like, I don't think everything about this girl's chaotic, and that's not how I want to live my life. But anyways, she gets hired and things happen, and this book is amazing. I'm sad that this is the last book, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Thank you, Talia Hibbert. Love this series. Next book that I'm currently reading, so this is my current read, is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. When I tell you I have not read a book like this since maybe high school, and I don't know, the feelings that I get when reading this book is how I felt reading all of these different series, these fantasy series I was really into in high school. I'm getting those while reading this, and it is so fun. And so this book, I mean, if you are a part of BookTube, Book Instagram, Book TikTok, you already know about this book. Everybody knows about this book. I'm kind of late to the game. But this book is almost 450 pages, and I just started my reading journey again. So, you know, we have to take baby steps. Look where I'm at. Look at that. Aren't you proud? I'm proud. Anyways, this book, quick synopsis, is about a girl named Addie LaRue, and she was born in the 1700s in France, and that's of course a very difficult time for women, especially women like Addie LaRue, who wants to live her own life and does not want to get married off to some random man and have kids and just live the same life that her mom lives. So she does everything that she can to not get married, which includes selling her soul to basically the devil or this darkness demon thing. She did not realize the terms that she was agreeing to. So she just wanted a life that was her own and she didn't have to answer to anyone. Lo and behold, every time she meets somebody, they don't know who she is after. If she's out of sight for even a moment, they forget who she is. And it happens all the time. So basically, that's what happens to her about 270 years later. She's in New York, 2014, and she, you know, is still living this lonely life of no one remembering her, but she meets somebody who does remember her after one encounter with her. And so that's all I'm gonna say about this book, but it's so good. I'm almost halfway through. I love it so much. I don't wanna say it's a 5 out of 5 yet until I finish, but it's heading towards a 5 out of 5. So good, so good. But anyways, those are my two current reads. So that is it for my current reads. Just wanted to update you guys on that. Thanks so much for listening. Hello to my crappy iPhone quality. But long story short, I'm about to head out because I'm going to look at apartments. I am moving. I need to get out of this apartment by June, so I'm going to look for an apartment today. And I'm really nervous because I'm doing this by myself. I feel like every time I do something big in my life, I'm doing it. I have like my sister or my mom with me, so this is kind of nerve-wracking. Right now, we are nervous. I'm just looking at apartments, but I'm also excited. So I'm about to head out, look at some places. Pray for me. Hey, it's me again. And it's the next day. I didn't film anything at the apartment tourings because it was also overwhelming. This is the first time I'm doing this, let alone doing it by myself. So, didn't film anything. But I did see 4 apartments yesterday, and 2 of them were really bad. They were really bad. So, no-goes. The 2 that I did like, I didn't feel 100% about both. So I'm gonna look at more apartments. And the agent that I'm using is really nice. So she's gonna help me find some more apartments and see more. So yeah, feeling pretty good. This is so overwhelming because not only am I like finding an apartment by myself, truly by myself, because I can't have my family come and visit and look at apartments, but this is like completely financially on my own. Not that I'm not doing this financially on my own, but like I have a roommate, but this is like completely like 100% doing this by myself. And coming from a poor, previously poor immigrant family, this just hits different. And like I get emotional thinking about it because I'm like, I'm in a space, I'm in a place in my life that I never thought, like I never imagined I'd even be here. This is even that crazy. It's just like me moving to an apartment by myself, being able to afford an apartment by myself in a city. But like I said, coming from a poor immigrant family and like growing up with very little, and the idea of not being able to afford things that you want, or even like affording things that you need, and then fast forward 2 decades later, you're able to do that. It's like mind-blowing. And like, of course, as a kid, you don't really know that you're poor. At least I didn't. I didn't realize we didn't have money until like middle school. And then I realized. But even like throughout high school, I was like, okay, like we can't afford everything, so we're just gonna do what we can, like we as in me, like I'm gonna do what I can to not be a burden on my parents financially. And where I'm at now, it's just crazy. I'm like mind blown and like so grateful. Like recently, not very recently, but like, well, okay, I have been very much reflecting a lot on where I'm at right now with everything in my life. And I'm just like, this is crazy that I'm here in this place where I'm a single person with a good job and I'm young and I can do whatever I want with my money. And you know, when traveling is a big thing again, I can travel, I can do what I want. And I appreciate, this is like a shout out to my parents. I appreciate my parents so much and all the sacrifices that they have done for me and my siblings. Like, I want to live, this is like getting so deep for no reason. I want to live my life as fruitfully, as abundantly as I can, in a good way for my parents, because I think on the sacrifices that they've made, and I think about just like a huge chunk of their life was like just surviving. Like they were just trying to survive. And because they did that, like I don't have to live that life. I love them so much. I love my family, I love my parents, I love my siblings. But anyways, we're in the process of moving. I have junk on my bed because I'm trying to figure out what clothes I'm not taking with me or donating. And I need to pack. I packed like a good portion of my clothes. I packed a lot of my books that I have, and my art supplies, and other things. But yeah, that was that update. There's gonna be probably moving vlogs and packing vlogs, things that deal with apartment hunting and everything. So thank you so much for listening to me spiel for a minute. I hope you have a good day. Bye.